Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. My apologies for this taking so long. Actually, I was kind of around some secondhand smoke this past weekend, and then a couple other things. Allergies got up, sort of lost my voice, couldn't really record. As far as what I'm doing right now, I'm working on the time goals, working towards getting 100% completion on the game. I've left off. I still need to pick back up the T-bone levels, kind of relearn those to get them cranked out in time. But this is Thursday, March 8th, and pretty cool thing happened last week. Apparently, yeah, keep getting asked so many questions about it. I wanted to go ahead and just make the video. What we have here is legendary Trigger Happy. Of course, he is only at Toys R Us, and in this case, Activision is actually holding true to that, unlike some of their earliers. But just like our other legendaries, you've got Trigger Happy, and he will be available only at Toys R Us. First people to get him were again in the Northeast US and then in Canada, I think kind of around Toronto, which is again basically the Northeast US to me, probably to a lot of people. And to everyone in the Northeast US and Canada, I apologize if I offend you, but if the Bills cross the border to play in Toronto, it works for me. So they actually started getting this like late 20s of February, maybe like the 24th or 5th was the first somebody actually said they'd found him and provided a picture to prove it. For me, I was absolutely shocked. I didn't think he'd be coming out until like spring or Easter time, and went in. Of course, my local TRU started that one per customer deal, so I could only get one. By the time I went back, which was I think Friday or Saturday night, everything was gone, and it's still gone. They have absolutely nothing right now, but I'm not gonna unbox it until I can pick up another one. Just the collector side of me, I kind of do that, with everything really, even Mario stuff. But I wanted to show him to you. Of course, he follows the same pattern you saw with the legendary triple pack of Bash, Spyro, and Chop Chop, blue and gold. And just to kind of compare the two, you can kind of see him there. Of course, Trigger Happy slogan is no gold, no glory. Like I've said before, the card stats don't really relate to the in-game. They kind of do, but they don't. Just to give you an example, Trigger Happy strength is 40. That's the same with Legendary. His agility is 60. Legendary Trigger Happy's agility is 70, so you got a plus 10 there. The defense on Trigger Happy and Legendary Trigger Happy is 20, and luck for both of them is 100. Of course, luck doesn't really quite translate to much. What you do care about, though, is of course the actual in-game stats, and what those are on health. Both of them begin at around 200 and max out at 400. On the speed, they will both begin at 50. They'll max out at 98. Of course, the way you max out is by completing heroic challenges and everything. The armor is the one spot that there's a difference. Trigger Happy himself, that you get with starter packs, he begins at 30 and he will actually max out at 60. There's essentially 30 points you can get via the heroic challenges. Legendary Trigger Happy, this is the one stat that he's different on the armor. He begins at 42, which is plus 12 over the baseline on Trigger Happy. Same thing, if you complete the heroic challenges, he's up 30, so he's at 72, which again is plus 12 over 60. Their critical hit, they both begin at 50, max at 100, and elemental powers, they begin at 25 and max at 100. So, that's it really. The main advantage with Legendary Trigger Happy is his armor, and he's going to be plus 12 over regular Trigger Happy, assuming you got them both at equal points in their progression. But again, since I'm not unboxing it, I'll try to get you a good look. You can see the card in the background. Again, he's really just, changed the tan on the face to gold. Basically everywhere you see tan, just make it gold. And then of course the rest of them kind of that burnt orange, red, brown color, just make that blue. And you've got him. The base, nothing special. It's the same, all tech elements. It's got the gears. you know, on the back you can see it's just advertising the other 4, the rest of the 3, Boomer, Drill Sergeant, and Drobot. So nothing too special, except of course right there, Legendary Trigger Happy on the box art. But again, Toys R Us, the price is $9.99 for the single pack. It's kind of weird. Some stores have not started the 1 per customer deal. Mine did. I'm glad they did, because like I've said before, there's the band of women, I've got confirmation from Target, Toys R Us, and GameStop that would go around in the mornings and just literally clear stock. I've actually found 2 sellers on eBay in my home city, and they basically charge crazy money for stuff like this. So hopefully that just kind of cuts in. They can only get like 4 or 5 without just kind of being inconvenienced, I guess. But there he is. He's pretty cool, and like I said, he joins Legendary Spyro, Legendary Bash, and Legendary Chop Chop. So if I am ever able to get another Legendary Trigger Happy, I'll unbox it. But like I said, I had so many people saying he was out or asking if I've got him. I just wanted to go ahead and kind of showcase him. It's roughly, kind of an unboxing, since I went over the stats and contrasted the two, which is what I do anyway. So I may just call that good. Of course, I won't call it an unboxing since we didn't. But all we're missing out on is the card, and me getting the web codes out that someone can try and enter on Spyro's universe. But anyway, if you don't have Legendary Trigger Happy, most Toys R Us, this is actually consensus across the US, they tend to be out right now, and they're marking March 21st as a restock date. There's wide speculation. I think one in Arizona even printed those hand, like Microsoft Paint signs that says come back on the 21st. So myself and a few other people kind of believe that they're going to release Dragon's Peak that day. Blue Bash was briefly available online, and the estimated ship date was April 2nd. I'm not sure if he'll be out, but I would honestly expect Dragon's Peak, since it's a 30-day exclusive at Toys R Us, to be available then. And since they're kind of seem to be holding out on stock, as in no one at Toys R Us like the last few days has seen anything across the nation, I'm inclined to believe that they may, in addition to having the new Wave 4 characters come out, Lightning Rod and Zook to join Dragon's Peak, they might just go ahead and restock everything, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's not more legendaries. But don't hold me to that, but it's worth checking out. That'll of course be next Wednesday. But questions, comments, feel free to ask here on YouTube or the blog, oneofwisdom.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, whichever you prefer. And as always, thanks for watching.